Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to 3 Hours. Do you know what? I felt a bit bad. I've been on everyone's channel. I've been on Forged by Irons, who've doing a fantastic job all day. Honestly, all day they've been on today. Just been fantastic. What is it? From about 8 o'clock this morning, they've just been on there. And at one point this afternoon, I was on there, and you had Gio from Emma's Chat, you had Jake from West Ham Online, you had Russ on there, you had Anton on there. You had Jazz on it. It's just what they've done today on that channel has been fantastic. But I did feel that I've not done nothing for you guys, my own subscribers. So I thought, you know what, for a little while, I'll come on and do something for you guys, have a little chat, maybe only for about half hour or so, and just see what you guys think. And it's just nice to catch up with my direct subscribers. Most of you, obviously, that subscribe to me probably subscribe to them. But if you haven't, please go and do that. So what do you guys think of the window so far? Obviously, the Vlasic deal went through very, very quickly, didn't it? Early doors, and it's very un-West Ham that usually is the situation that we have now with the Kral and the Bambas and whatever else is going on in the background that we're used to. So the fact that a deal went through so quickly is quite shocking to me. Good player, good player, Vlasic though. People keep picking on him, saying about the Everton stuff. It's very harsh. It's very, very harsh to say that about him. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to give us options across that front line. I think we're going to have a very, very fluid front line as well. I think, the left-hand side will be able to switch to the right. Striker in Antonio will be able to go right, left, and in the middle. Fornals can switch in up there, and it will just be such a fluid movement of players. And I think these are the sort of players that Moyes is looking at. And one thing you have to give Moyes in that, is he's adapting the way West Ham play. He likes a player that can play in a variety of different positions so that it does give you options and it keeps the opposition guessing. So this is a good signing. This is a really good signing. Obviously on it as well, it looks like we're going to be signing Alex Kral, a guy that we were linked with very, very early in the window before the Euros, because we was all, ready to watch him in the Euros, wasn't we? And we was thinking, right, let's see what a West Ham getting here. For those of you who don't remember much about him, I'll put it up now. I'll answer that question in a minute, mate. Just bear with me. I will every single comment I will read out, guys. Please hit the like button as well. It'd be nice if we can get up to like about 50 likes if we can. So yeah, Alex Kral, guys. It looks very, very close. This, all the major people were saying that it's very, very close. That is Alex Kral. Great Barnet, absolute great Barnet. It is not David Luiz. 23, be 24 in May. Czech, so we've got 3 of the Czech boys now, in Souček, Soufal and Kral. So I'm all for it. Whatever I've seen from Czech Republic players at West Ham, they've always been half decent. Specifically a defensive midfielder. I think he play a lot more, the central midfielder role. Just seeing if West Ham have announced anything. Oh, just had a tweet. It's Nico Vlasic. That's all. Just a video of Vlasic. He's 1.87 meters. Don't know what that is in feet. I can't work that out that quick. There you go. You can see his positions here. So he has played centre back a few times as well. And as I say, a centre mid and central defensive mid is his main position, but can cover at centre back as well, which is interesting. So if desperate, if needed, he can cover in there, which is good. So good news, guys. Good news. We'll come back to that side in a minute. Probably will need that again in a minute. Lingard or Vlasic? It's Vlasic now, mate. I'm over the Lingard stuff. I've got to say, I'm over it. I did want Lingard, and I think Lingard was excellent. I really do. I think he was excellent. He had a massive impact. Arguably, one of the best impacts that transfer has ever had at West Ham for me. You're looking, at like a Johnny Hartson and a Kitson in terms of impact that he had on the club. But I don't want a player whose mind's not fully there. He's in a difficult position. I was on a show with Gio earlier, and Gio summed it up quite well. Is this a guy who's a Man United fan? He's still under contract at Manchester United. He probably still in his head maybe believes that he has a chance. I don't think he's going to get much game time now. I really, really don't. Will this be one that we explore again in January? Who knows? And if you think, if it was to happen in January, and we were, let's just say in the last 16, last 32 of the Europa League, how good a signing would that be to bring in at that point? You know, Lingard thinking, oh, actually, do you know what? I can go and push West Ham onto the final here. But I'm over it. I've got to say I'm over it. I am well and truly over it. Listen, if it doesn't happen, which very likely that it's not going to happen now, yeah, you move on. You know, you move on. This is why, you know, you have other options like the Vlasic, like the Krals. If Bamba happens, I'll be very excited. If Bamba or Dembele happens, I will be absolutely buzzing. I really, really will, because they will add something different and pace to the team, and it's something that we need. Hello, mate. Great news. First thing with Vlasic, probably puts an end to Lingard. Need now. Yeah, it does. I would have liked him. I'm greedy, you know. I always want West Ham to have more players. The more players you got, the more options you got. And, you know, it stops you from getting down to the bare bones. The more players you get, I'm greedy. And the fact that we know what Lingard did was good. But listen, it's done now. It's been and done. Good depth with Kral, hopefully coming in. Definitely, mate. And I wanted to do the strengths and weakness one. You know what I usually do, you guys. So with Kral, remember I always use this website for strengths and weaknesses. And again, every single player, and I mean every single player we've been linked with, and I've done a little scouting report on, has this aerial duels, something that Moyes obviously clearly finds massively important. He likes tall players and he likes them to be good in the air. So that's something, you know, that ticks that box straight away. Good pass of the ball. We didn't see much of it in the Euros, so it's really hard to judge him on all that. Dribbling as well, apparently a very good dribbler. I've seen some videos actually of him. If you go on YouTube, there are some videos of him dribbling. He looks very good. Good ball interceptor. That's what we like. Takes the pressure off Rice. Be interesting to see him and Rice play together at some point, and maybe Soucek can go on and do some runs. But it gives us different options. That's the important thing. There's different options in the team. Weaknesses, no significant weaknesses. Likes to play the short pass. Nothing else there, guys, on that. I wonder what they say on Vlasic actually on this site. Let's just see what they list Vlasic as. So Nico Vlasic, guys. As I say, 23. This way he's played, you know, most of his positions there. Look, so what his average ratings are when he plays those positions. So when he's playing the centre midfield, he averages like a 7 out of 10. Attacking mid, 7 out of 10. Striker, 7 out of 10. So you know, sort of his worst position there, according to this, is attacking right mid. Key passes are very strong. Holding the ball up, very strong. Long shots, excellent. I've seen some videos of. This is one of the rare players that hasn't got aerial duels as one of his strengths. Dribbling, finishing, and crossing. Weaknesses is tackling, but you would expect that from attacking midfielder. You know, his style of play, likes to cut inside, likes to do the layoff, likes to dribble. He's a massive counter-attacking threat. You know, our counter-attack is getting better and better every game. Likes a short pass and does not dive into tackles. So I'm really excited for him. I don't want to hype him too much. You know, give him time. But you know, for the sort of money he's coming in, it's big money for West Ham. Huge money for West Ham. What's that? 4'2". Have you seen there are hidden pages on the official website for Dembele, like a placeholder? Yes, I have, mate. That was leaked. That sort of leaked as I was on the Forge Steins channel. And please go and watch that after I finish. Please go and watch them. They're doing wonderful things over there. Yeah, so that leaked when I was on live, and it's very strange, isn't it? Has anyone got the link that they can post in, and then I'll show people what it's about? If anyone's got that link, post it in and I'll show people what's actually being said there. Duncan says, afternoon, Luke, any news of any loan deals? Only the Kral one at the moment, mate. Looks like that's going to go through with an obligation. Bamba, who knows? Dembele, who knows? As I said, who knows whether we'll explore that domestic loan as well. There's still a few hours left, and I think now's, you know, the big time. Now's the time. If things are going to happen, they happen now. In Croatia, he plays as a cam. Vlasic will play versus Russia because of Modric's injury. So I just typed in Bamba here, guys. For those of you who don't know who Jonathan Bamba is, he's 21 and plays for Marseille. 25. 25 plays for Marseille. Mostly used as a midfielder on the left-hand side. That's this season. Strengths of passing, loves a long shot, taking set pieces. Very good on the counter-attack. Likes to shoot from distance. I like that. I like the players that shoot from distance. I do. Is there anyone else that we're linked with today? If there's anyone else we're linked with, we'll have a little look at them as well, guys. If there's anyone else that we're linked with. I posted the link. Did it not come up? Did it not come up in the chat? I can't see it, mate. Sorry. It would be a missed opportunity. Certainly would. I posted the Dembele link. Peter Singh says, just seen Robert Lewandowski getting off the tube station at Stratford. I'll take that, mate. I'll take old Robert, mate. What a player he is. One of the best strikers in the world. Who wouldn't want that? Herb Moyes trying to get Mbappe on loan with an option to buy. Yeah, we had that joke earlier, and we said they pay $2 million a year for 50 years, and then you'd eventually get to the right price to be buying him. Origi may be a shout. I've been saying Origi all day, mate. When people are saying who should we be punting for as a final punt, it would be Origi. I don't know whether you guys have seen during the day as well the name Rondon as well. Solomon Rondon's been consistently coming up all day. Not for me. A few years ago, before he went to Newcastle, when he was quite good at Newcastle for a bit under Rafa, yes, but not now. Not now. Fab just tweeted Mbappe to West Ham. Here we go. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great, guys? Wouldn't that be great? Anything else, guys? I'm gonna. What's Nicolas Sharubi saying here? That Nicolas Sharai guy, whether you believe him or not, has just tweeted that it's a done deal with Alex Kral. I don't know how much you sort of take note of him. He always messages me on Twitter and tells me stuff. But yeah, nothing else really, guys. It's been a really quiet day, apart from the first bit when Vlasic signed. We all thought it was just going to go boom, boom, boom. It was going to have signing after signing after signing, but it's just, I don't know. It all sort of tailed off a bit, which is a shame. Loads of people saying it's confirmed now, the Kral deal. So hopefully that's 2 in now. And how do you rate the window? If we did not sign anyone now, guys, how would you rate the window now? So Areola, Zuma, Kral, and Vlasic, how would you rate it now without signing anybody else? What would you rate it as? What we got now? Rondon not happening. Thank God for that. I'll try and get Callum Hudson-Odoi. Yep, good player, mate. Good player. I'll be all over that if there was a chance to sign him. I do rate him. Good player, good pace. Just needs a good team. Yeah, and I think Tuchel killed him a little bit last year. When he took him off that game. If we could sign one more player today, who would it be? I think Origi, mate. Listen, the dream is like a Bamba or a Dembele. If you want a real, a good statement signing, it would be one of them. But if we're talking realistic signing, I've got to say, I don't know why we haven't gone for Origi. I really don't. When Tammy didn't go through, when we missed out on Ings, when we missed out on Armstrong, Origi for me I would have been all over it. All over it, mate. Right, so let's see if I can get this to work. Don't think. No, I'm sorry, mate. I can't get that to work, but I have seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about, though, mate. I have seen it. It is incredibly interesting how it just comes up that you have no access to this page. Scotty says, "Big up, Luke." Thanks, mate. Has any of you guys seen me? I've been doing for comedy value and on the other channels. I've been changing my outfit on everyone. So I started the day with this and a yellow tie. Then I put my red shirt on. Then I dug out my wedding suit for the last time I was on Forged Irons, and I had the yellow tie and a full suit on. I don't know what. If I go on again, I might have to put a dress on to top the outfits that I've been doing today. So keep your eyes open in case I do pop back up on them channels. Decent. Moyes knows what he wants, and he earned my trust last year. He certainly did, mate. He knows a player. He knows he definitely does research on the characters. You know what I mean? I look at Zuma, and you can see that Zuma's a bit like a Kiati character. You know, he's a joker, he's funny, and then you got Kral, who's probably been bought into, you know, he's going to fit in with the Soceks and the Sufals and make them feel more comfortable. Vlasic will probably go into that crowd, you know, that Eastern European crowd, and he will feel comfortable in that environment. So it's good if Bamba was to come in. There's Zuma, there's Ariola, all these people that talk, you know, talk French, and he can fit in there. So it's good stuff. Where was I? Sorry, guys. GSB could sign prime Messi, Ronaldo, and Zidane, and I would still want them gone. Yeah, I think so as well, mate. Did you see Jim White and Simon Jordan today? I tell you what, I don't like Simon Jordan. I really don't like him. But what he said to Jim White in reply was fantastic today. So Jim White said, you know, classic backing Sullivan. No, you've got to give it to Sullivan. They've pulled out Vlasic. Looks like this one's going to sign and this one's going to sign. And they've got this and Zuma. And then Simon Jordan went straight back at him and went, yes, he has done a good job, but he's done a job that what any chairman should do with a club that has just finished sixth and has aspirations of competing for the top six, top four every year. And he also says something about West Ham probably only spent around 40% of their TV money, which again proves that there could have been a little bit more put in. So he's just doing what he should have done and what should have been done the year before. You know, every year it has to be this. You have to want to rebuild. You have to be looking better. You can't sit on your laurels. Yes, we have fantastic 11 from last year, but let's improve. Let's make that 11 better. You know, let's look at the weakest position. In credit to Moyes, he has done that. He's looked and he's gone, okay, Dawson, probably the weakest position. We'll bring in Zuma. And then he's gone, okay, we've lost Lingard. We'll bring in Vlasic. We need a centre midfielder because Mark Noble will be retiring at the end of the year. We'll bring in Kral. Fabianski's not getting any younger, slightly getting a bit more error prone. We'll bring in Ariola. You know, there's still, and then the next position, you know, you could go on. The next position I would be looking at, obviously, striker speaks for itself, you know. But if you're looking for the next weakest position, you probably would have said left back. And that's where you've got to be looking, while we probably were looking at Tagliafico at one point. So yeah, I like it. I like what Moyes is doing. It's just I hope that this continues now. And what's going to be interesting, as good as this window's been, even if we don't sign another player after Kral, it's what happens next summer and what happens in January. Because this guy's coming from Man City, and I bet he's got some players on that list already. And that's maybe why we've slightly held back a little bit. And we'll see what happens next summer and in January. Maybe some of these players are him slightly, you know, just under the table doing them like that, like with Bamba and Dembele and people like that. Maybe this Man City guy has gone, look, let's go and get him. I can contact him. We'll do it quietly. I can contact him. Who knows? Who knows, mate? But that's what's going to be interesting next summer. Callum Grant from West Brom. I'll take him. Yeah, mate. Good player. Moyes doesn't fancy Origi, apparently. I don't want him to fancy him. I just want him to play him. No, I'm joking. I'm teasing you, mate. I'm teasing you. Not a bad window. Gives us extra cash that we wouldn't have had in the first place. Thank you, guys. 44 people watching. Please hit the like button. And please subscribe if you're new around here. We did hit 3,500 today. So we're well on, you know, to hit 4K very, very soon. Excellent outfit changes. Andy Carroll was on the next tube station from Robert Lewandowski. Apparently Andy Carroll's going to Reading, mate. Absolutely stealing that living now, that man. Our success is down to the way Moyes looks into player characters. Definitely is, mate. 100%. Just shows how simple football can be. Get players in who are humble and hungry. Yeah, mate, we've seen it. We can't deny, you know, that there was a player in there with Anderson, and there is a player there in Haller. There is a player there. There is. But they haven't got the right, for some reason, they haven't got that right attitude for what Moyes wants. He probably at first was a bit suspect with Fornals, maybe thinking, oh, is he ready? Fornals is probably one of the most trusted players of Moyes now. I reckon he's probably one of his most trusted players because he's shown that love, that passion, the mentality. Someone like Sufal just oozes it. And when you've got, 11 people. There's a famous sound from Arsene Wenger, right, when Leicester won the league, that at some points all the planets align at the right time for your club. And at the moment, that seems what's happening at West Ham. We've got a team that will die for each other and will work hard for each other. And this is what Moyes has brought. He's brought in a respect for him as well. You know, he doesn't suffer fools. You know, he might be quite quiet and quite a polite man when he's on camera and the way he's talking. But in terms of, you know, what he expects from his players, you can see it. You know, you don't run, you don't play. And that's a great mantra to have. Not a fan of GSB, but Pi needs to stay well away from this club. Be very interesting to see what they say, won't it? Obviously, this is the worst things that could have happened to Pi. If we finish off Kral now and Bamba, Dembele, one of them, or maybe two more, who knows? I'm greedy. I'm getting greedy. It totally ruins what Pi would have wanted to say. You know, Pi would have wanted to come out and go, oh, look at the underinvestment. They've not spent any money. We would have spent this money, that money. So it's interesting to see what they come out with now. It's very, very interesting. Oscar says, yeah, would love Origi, would just be the cherry on top. I still can't believe we spent all this money and we haven't got a bloody striker in. Crazy, really. It's going to be the falsiness all the way. False nines all the way. Sorry, I read that wrong. I've been saying all along about the TV money. I know you have, mate. Duncan, you've been saying it right from the beginning. You know, right from the beginning of the summer, you've been saying, where is the money? Still can't work out why Lingard would rather stay at Manchester United. He'd be lucky if he makes the bench. Title medal, maybe. Might get 10 appearances. Oh, that's all you need in it now. 10 appearances. You don't even need 10 starts. 10 appearances, you get yourself Premier League medal. You get to play with Ronaldo every day. Ronaldo's your mate. I don't know. See, where he's got himself back in the England team, this is what makes me think he should have stayed. He should have come, if not to West Ham and Everton and Leicester. I don't know. I see, you know, a couple of people are saying that, oh, you know, Southgate trust Lingard, so he'd probably always pick him even if he weren't in the team, which again, I don't like seeing that. That's back to like Sven-Göran Eriksson days where you play even if you're not playing. You'd like to think that someone like Bowen, you know, if he gets the game time, will be treading on Lingard's toes in terms of a place in the team for England. Yeah, I don't get it, mate. I don't get it. Will we go in for him in January again? I don't know, mate. So I'm just going to refresh Twitter, guys, before I read that question. I'm just seeing if there's any other news out there at the minute. Just checking. No, nothing at the minute. So what's he say? GSB want a pat on the back for doing their job. Jog on Muppets. That's right, mate. They need to spend their money and stop wasting Moyes' time and get the players he wants. And who he needs. That's right, mate. You back the man, back him. Listen, the fans are behind him, you know. Moisey. Is Kral confirmed? More or less, mate. I'm going to say more or less. Listen, I ain't in the know by any stretch of the imagination, but all signs point to the fact that it looks like it's done. It looks like it's done. Not yet, Rob. Hopefully soon. Thanks for confirming that, Matt. I have to say, I have to eat humble pie when it comes to Fornells. Mate, Fornells is one of my favourite players now. He is fantastic. A little bit frustrating. I can see where maybe some people were finding him frustrating originally. But he's fantastic, mate. Yeah, absolute workhorse. Absolute workhorse. Looks like getting goals in his game now as well. Cheers, top man. 2 up, Pete. Just going to skip through these ones. Moyes transformed us in a short space of time. Shows what a good manager he is, mate. It does. Shows what anyone been repeated so many times about Manchester United. Yeah, poisonous people there. And Rio Ferdinand's admitted it. Do you know what I mean? Rio Ferdinand sat there and gone. You can find the clips on BT Sport YouTube where Rio says, "Oh, you know, he showed me a clip of Jagielka and I weren't going to defend like that, and he was trying to tell us to do this and do that, and we're not doing that." And you could it was just a poisonous dressing room. And what I imagine happened at Manchester United as well, when Alex Ferguson walked out the door, it was like the cat that's got the cream, you know, or the the cat's the way the mice can play. You know, this big dog who's had such a huge impact and a huge character and persona at Manchester United. Once he left, no one was going to succeed. No one. And it's took this long, you know, and to have like an X1 in terms of Ollie to go in there who ain't doing an amazing job. He's just got some amazing players there. You know, they should be doing a lot better than they actually are. Maybe they will do this year. But that job was poisonous chalice, absolute poisonous chalice. And I can't, maybe Rio Sociedad, he's confident was already not. But listen, he's showing what a good manager he is. He really, really is. They play as a team, not themselves, which is why I can't understand why Lingard didn't want to come. I know, and I think we've got a good chance in the Europa League as well. And I don't know why he wouldn't want to be part of that. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. If we swerved Pellegrini in the first place, if we swerved, no, we wouldn't have got Fornals. Do you think Moyes would have signed Fornals? And that's a question, you know. Pellegrini signed Fornals, probably the most successful signing of his tenure. Would Moyes have signed him? If Moyes would have signed that summer, would he have signed Fornals? I don't know. But and then in hindsight, who would we have got in that window? You know, what difference would it have made? I don't know. I also think our backroom staff is top quality. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I've got to give credit to the backroom staff. The backroom staff is fantastic. The whole setup is spot on. It certainly is. Lingard still needs some game time. The next World Cup is 13 months away, so he can't be in Southgate's long-term plans as he won't be playing. Yeah, mate, 100%. If he's not playing, he's not going to go to that World Cup. He really isn't. And by then, there's going to be there might be another player that comes through, you know, like a new young buck that's brilliant, or someone's going to hit their prime at the right time. You know, look at that Gallagher, for example, who played against us the weekend. He is English, isn't he? He sounded English in his interview. You know, someone like him, young lad, might be in there. People like Mount ain't going to get pushed out anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Sancho's, Foden, Grealish. He ain't going to get nowhere near in front of them if he ain't playing. Fornals will come into his own this season. Hope so, mate. A lot of people's prediction for Hammer of the Year, Pablo Fornals. Kral medical completed according to West Ham Network. Apparently, it's down to Lingard's dad, from what I hear. He's a fanatic Manchester United fan, and he doesn't want his boy to leave. Crazy Jesse. Knows that he could come back to West Ham, and I think he wants to come. Yeah, I think he's rock and a hard place, mate. I really, really do with Jesse. Rock and a hard place. Just seen the James Ellis interview with Rodri Giggs. As they were just talking about Manchester United, the dressing room was very dark, wife swapping the lot. Yeah, obviously you had the Zaha stuff, allegedly Zaha stuff with Moyes. Can you imagine how undermining that must have been at the time? The whole dressing room know that, you know, one of your players is allegedly, and I really want to keep using that, allegedly sleeping with your daughter. Like, that must have been a nightmare. You already lost the respect of the players because of, like, you got the big characters like your Rios and people like that upsetting the dressing room, and then you got that going on behind your back as well. Like, what do you expect? What do you expect, guys? I'd love Bowen. I'd love it if Bowen was picked ahead of Jesse, mate. I think he's got a chance. I do. I think if Bowen can get a little bit more consistent with his finishing, you know, get a couple of goals in there and be a sort of media darling for a little while, you know, like Antonio, for example. If Antonio was younger and in this sort of form now, I think there would be a massive chance that he could have got in the England team. But obviously, age is letting down a little bit now. I think the turning point of West Ham was the signing of Soucek. He exposed how lazy, unfit our players were, trained increasingly, and players were a lot fitter. Yeah, and then obviously his mate Sofel coming in as well. With players like that, because I've been saying it a lot on the channel last couple of weeks, with the players from Eastern Europe, Serbians, Czechs, Croatians, when they come from them lesser leagues, and they're still decent leagues, but when they come, you know, they were probably on about 3-4 grand a week, which, yeah, great money in any normal life, yeah? And they come to West Ham on 30-40 grand a week. Mate, they know that privilege. Like, it's an absolute golden carrot for those players to come and play in the Premier League. They're desperate when they get the chance to come to Premier League because that's where the money is, and that's why they most of the time, the Eastern European players give their absolute all on the pitch because they know how much it means. Where sometimes you can accuse the British players and the players that have come from bigger leagues like a Serie A or a La Liga, they've had that money all the time. So the money is not a thing; it's just an expected thing, and that's why you do get a less daisical performance from like an Anderson or a Haller, where it's just not on it. It's a lazy performance, like just turning up to training. And apparently, under Bilic, I love Slav, but under Bilic, apparently a lot of it was they did go to him. I ain't doing the training today. I'll just go and do the bikes. I'm going to go and do weights for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to go home. And he allowed that because not a bad thing, but in football, he's a lovely guy, Slav, and he just let too much go, and you can imagine that does not go on under David Moyes. In no way does David Moyes allow that to happen. 63 watching it. Please hit the like button, guys. At 64 now. Please hit the like button, guys. Be great if we can get a few likes today. We started to string passes together and had a great season towards the end. We did, mate. We did. Been looking at Kral's best bit on YouTube. He looks unreal. Yeah, mate. Honestly, I watched his video before the Euro, so I was expecting, and I made a point of watching the Czech Republic games. I just don't think he got enough of a chance. It's harsh to judge him. When there's a difference when you're playing for your national team and when you're playing for your club team. We've seen players that, for their club team, absolutely immense for their club team, put on their national shirt, and they're not as good. And then it's vice versa as well. We've seen players that are average for their club team, put on a national shirt, they're amazing. We've seen it. It's harsh to judge. We judge him when he comes in. It's better to have a player than to not have a player. And I'm quite excited about the signing. I think, he's young. He's going to love that his mates are there. He's going to see their work ethic, as we've all pointed out. He's going to look at Souček. He's going to look at Sufal, see what they're doing. The fact that they hang about after training, turn up early. It can only be a good thing. It can only be a good thing. They have great work ethic, the Eastern European players. They do, mate. And it goes all the way back, when Slavan was there as a player, when Stimac was there. No, he wasn't. Listen, he wasn't the best of players in the world, but Tommy Repka was an absolute workhorse. He was. He worked so hard for us in that midfield. In the defence. I've always liked them players. Stimac is one of my favourite players ever as well. Ever, like for West Ham, like of my era. Stimac is one of the best centre backs we've ever had. Evening, Luke. Evening, John. 73 watching now. I feel bad because I don't want to take viewers away from Forged Irons, but I thought I need to come and talk to you guys because I felt bad that I've done a few little update videos, but I thought it'd be nice to do a little live one. I'll only probably go for about another 15, maybe 20 minutes, purely because be time for my wife to come home. And it's my last day off. I go back to work tomorrow. So I've got to get back into that sleeping routine. Like, worst thing is when you have 6 weeks off, you get into a terrible habits where you have an afternoon nap or you stay up till like bloody 3-4 in the morning watching, Godfather, because you can. So I've got to get back into them, back into the good habits. After a lot of panic this window, could turn out to be one of our best ever. Yeah, where do you guys rate the window? There's 73 of you in here now. How do you rate the window? Let's just pretend we only sign Kral now. Vlasic, Kral, Areola and Zuma. What would you give that as a rating? And then after that, I want you to say, so say you say to me, so for me, for example, this window, I would say, if we only go up to Kral, I would give it 8 out of 10. But to make it 10 out of 10, we go and get an Origi, a Bamba, or a Dembele. That would make it 10. Yeah, you can come on in a minute, mate. I'm just going to read out these last few comments, mate, and I'll put the link in for you, mate. Give me 2 seconds, and I'll put that link in for you, James. Give me 2 seconds. As Kral signs, yeah, very close, apparently. I think it's more or less done. They're probably just knocking up the video, doing his hair. He's probably got to have another perm and all that. I wish I had enough hair to have a perm. Who is your best West Ham transfer? In my lifetime, it's Paolo Di Canio, mate. Paolo Di Canio was a down and out. Looked like his career was going to go. what was he, 1.8 million, weren't he? Something like that. Absolutely ridiculous. West Ham legend, went on to do magnificent things for West Ham. You can't, you can pick out Johnny Arts and you can pick out Kitson for their impact on the club. Dimitri Payet, 12 million. What a signing that is. So any of them. Well, I'm going to let James in 2 seconds. McDonald's or KFC? KFC fills me up more. I do like McDonald's, but KFC definitely fills me up more. There's a link for you, mate. Zuma is our new number 4. What squad number do you think Vlasic will have? I don't know what our squad number. I don't know what our open numbers are, to be honest with you, mate. Is number 11, maybe something like number 11 for him? I'm not sure what numbers are left. What number was Jesse last year? Maybe you'll take whatever Jesse had. Can you give me the link quick? Yep, you can, James. James will be coming on in about 2 seconds. I'm not going to go for too long, though, just to let you know, guys. Also, not West Ham related, but I find it crazy how Spurs fans seem to have forgiven Harry Kane's statement was not leaving last summer. Can't join. It's ridiculous, mate. And can't wait for Ariel to start. Right, here's James. James, how's it going, mate? Me and you both been on every channel, mate, today.
I know. Here, there, and everywhere, mate. That's what it is.
Been a fun day.
Yeah, it has. Looks like Kral is going to get over the line. Bit disappointed about Connor Coventry going out on loan, but I can understand it. But if it progresses him and we get another player in who's established, then it's a good
sign. Do you think Moyes is like building a Europa League team? You know, do you remember we tried to do it? Do you remember when we first moved to the Olympic Stadium? Yeah. And you're bringing in Fagoulis and the Gokhan Tours and people like that. Do you think that Moyes is thinking the same sort of thing, bringing in some players that have got real experience?
I think he is, but I think we need more than just Zuma, Kral, Vlasic and Areola. Like, I think we need a left back. I think we need a striker. Like, the striker thing, it just doesn't make no sense to me, Luke. That should be the major thing, and we're still not getting linked with. I hope that I'm seeing things about Jonathan Bamba, decent player from Lille.
Really fast, really fast he is.
Right,
really
and to me, we need another one like that. Do you know what I mean? We need options basically now. But yeah, the striker thing. Like, if you take Antonio out of that team, we have got no one like Antonio or as a replacement. So
and he's
it's a bit of an issue.
He's so crucial to it all. You know, the bullying, the way he pulls defenders out and running the channels.
And the left-hand side of defence, the left back, I think we need a left back and all. Like, if Cresswell, like, don't get me wrong, Arthur's a left-sided player, but he's not a defender. He's a wing-back at best. And Cresswell can't play 50 games there all the time. It just can't happen.
Yeah,
so,
it just can't happen.
Yeah.
So what do you rate the window then? So I was just asking the people in the chat there, what would you rate the window out of 10? And what would make it 10 out of 10 for you if it's not 10 out of 10?
I rate it at 6 at the minute. I think it's good, but it's not like, if we go and get a left back, that goes up to an 8 and 9. Like, and if we get a striker, it goes up to a 10. Like, I think, if we go and get this Bamba and we get a left back on loan, it's 10 out of 10 window for me. Like, there's no excuses there because we've got options there. Even though he's not a striker, he's an attacking player, and you can rotate people around him, sort of thing. You can put Bowen up front, or do you know what I mean? You can sort of interchange with the players. Even Saeed Benrahma can go up front. So
I think Moyes is always looking for that next winger that he can convert to a striker. I think he just likes doing that. He likes goals all over the pitch. I think that's what he likes. You know, Gonzo said it this morning. Do you remember Kevin Morales, Stephen Pienaar, Cahill, even Arteta when he used to play for Everton? Goals all over the pitch that Everton team used to have.
To me, it's like, I understand it, but I think they're so scared of getting a striker because they've been burnt so many times with strikers. How
many we had, mate?
Over 100 strikers at this club under Golden Sullivan's reign, and basically
I think all of them together have got less than what Antonio's got, and that just that says it all, doesn't it? That says it all.
And I think really what they look at is you can go and get a winger, converted striker, and basically convert him into an out-and-out striker like an Antonio. The problem is with that is it took Antonio a long time to be the player he is now.
You can see that killer finishings there, but that's took 4 years probably.
Easily 4 years, yeah. And I just feel that this window now, I'm hoping that they're working behind the scenes. Like, I don't think the Lingard deal is over though. I don't know why. I know I might be living in false hope, but
I think
I
it's
just
going to
think
January now. I think it might happen in January now.
I just think a loan's coming, mate, from somewhere. I think I think a 6-month loan and then buy him in January. That's what and I've called the loan thing from the start. The only reason why I say that with Lingard is you're going to ruin the man's career. Like, it's just as simple as that.
I don't see the point of him staying. Apart from, like I said, you get turned up on Ronaldo's your mate every day.
Yeah,
Ronaldo, he might make 10 appearances off the bench and get a Premier League medal at the end of the season.
But the problem is though, Luke, next year is the World Cup year, basically. Next December.
It's his last chance to play in another World Cup.
It's his last chance for him, 100%. And I look at it like this: he's in the England team now, but he won't be in there in the next squad. Like,
that's exactly what I said, mate. I said probably someone like Bowen's maybe even treading on his toes. You know, like if Bowen goes on and does well like he has been, he could be in there ahead of him next England setup, maybe the Christmas and October ones.
And that is the fear, mate. That's the fear. So I don't know. I think it's a 6 out of 10 window for me at the minute. I think if we can get a striker or a left back over the line done, then it shoots up, because there's 2 positions that arguably we need. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
What do you think, like, ahead of next summer? You know, this guy we bought in from Man City. Do you think we could have a really exciting window next year? And do you think maybe we've held back a little bit because this guy's got some targets that he's already lining up for next year and maybe January already?
Well, Rob Newman, who you're on about.
I always forget his name.
Yeah, he's a very well established coach sort of type thing at City. And I know someone through West Ham Unofficial that Mike, who used to says it can't praise the man enough. So he's he will find your talent. Possibly, but then where will we be next year though, Luke?
It's a gamble that is Moyes prepared to take that. That's the thing.
If we finished let's just say, for instance, we finished 10th, then what can he do with a team who's finishing 10th? Do you know what I mean? Like,
you got hit by the fires hot, aren't you? You know, you're in the Europa League. You got to go, right, okay, we're in the Europa League. Come to us now, and we're going to go and do it again.
Yeah, and that's what I believe, mate. You got to seize the moment, as they say, and the moment is now. Like, these players have to be brought in now. But Kral is good. Obviously, Connor going is a bit disappointing, but I can understand it. Mipo Odobekio going to Huddersfield, I think it's a great loan. Great loan, mate. Really, really good.
He's got to go there and try and do what Defoe did, didn't he? Maybe not as much as Defoe did at Bournemouth all them years ago.
If he keeps them in the league, because they're one of the favourites to get relegated this year, Huddersfield. If he keeps them in the league, then he'd be an hero up there, right? I think it's exactly what he needs. I think it's the right league for him. He's going to be playing week in, week out. He's going to be playing against good defences. Now, if he starts scoring, say, 10, 15 goals, Luke, then we know that this geezer's the next.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah,
he's the real deal. If he goes there and is lacklustre, then you will start maybe thinking a bit different on him. Do you know what I mean? Because the under-23 gap from under-23s to championship is miles away. Miles.
It's more competitive as well. The games mean more. There's more fans in there to get on your back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think it's a good loan. It's definitely a good loan for Mipo, 100%.
Last question for you, mate. There's a question in the chat for you. Where do you drink? There you go. Someone wants to know where you have a drink.
I drink everywhere, mate. Everywhere and anywhere where there's alcohol.
As long as you're paying.
Yeah. You don't even have to pay. Do you know what I mean? But like I say, mate, it's a good win. It's a good window at the minute. But
it could be a great window by the end. Hopefully it could be a great window.
I've heard things about Rondon coming, Solomon Rondon.
What do you think on that? What do you think?
On a free, it's not too bad. Like, it's the wages that
was a good player.
And let's be honest, Luke, he's better than Yarmolenko. So basically,
he's better than no one. He's better than no one.
He's better, and that's the thing. And that, like someone said that earlier on as it goes, he's better to have someone there rather than have no one there, so to speak. But
especially if it gets down to the same as like last year, And, you know, when Rice went down and we didn't have Antonio, if you get to that situation again where you ain't got Antonio for 3 or 4 games, at least if Rondon was there, you know, he can run about a bit.
He plays a similar. He plays a similar style to.
He's strong. Yeah, he's a strong boy. I used to like him at Newcastle.
He scores. He's always scored goals in the Prem with West Brom and Newcastle. So yeah, like at the end of the day, like if he comes in and he's even if it's in the Europa League, like it's a like for like. Especially if you have speed around him, then you're laughing. But you know how it is, mate. We will see, but we'll know more tonight, basically.
Yeah, mate. In the next 6 hours, we'll know
6
a lot
hours.
more.
Yeah, I think Kral, and I think it'll be one more. If it's this Bamba, then I think that'll be it. Mate, I don't know how many times I've done a thing on Facebook the other day, funny enough, and I said, like, 6 years ago, we need a striker and a left back, and that was in 2015.
Yeah. I think if we would have got Yarmolenko out the door, because of big wages, big wages, I think maybe one more would have come in as well.
Yeah.
Because you're freeing up like 150 grand a week then, or whatever he's on. It's about 145, at least something like that.
It's something ridiculous like that. He's stealing the living at West Ham, really is. But as I say, mate, it's one of them ones. It's going to be with Yarmolenko. I'd rather just pay him up and get him out of the way. Do you know what I mean? But let's be honest, who's going to buy him off us? No one. And who's going to loan him off us? No one. So we've got a bit of a
wages,
So we've just got another year of Yarmolenko, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, we'll see, mate. But for me, 6 out of 10 is a good window. I think, considering last season we left it right to the last minute, and we thought we was getting Tarkowski, and we ended up getting Dawson, and Dawson turned out, and then we got Ben Rama. So yeah,
mate. Right, I'll let you go, mate. I'll speak to you the weekend, mate. We'll talk about the transfers hopefully the weekend. See you later.
No worries, Luke. Take care, mate.
Take it easy, mate. Good on James there. Good geezer, James. Right, let's go back in here. Where were we? So. Predictions for the West Ham versus Dynamo match. Where it's our first game, it might be a bit nervy, that game, mate. I'll take a draw. You know, a good start. A win would be fantastic. You know, start us off with a win. But I think where it's our first game back in proper Europe, you know, it will just be about. I hate thinking this mentality, but making sure we don't lose. I agree. Another loan with an option to buy. Nearly 100 people watching, which is fantastic. You're still hungover from the other day. You're a real drinker. Are Man United being deliberately spiteful for Lingard for wanting to be the hammer and prefer to ruin his England career and pay him to send him? I think it's been a bit of a game with Declan Rice as well. You know, the more that we have to pay, the more that we have to owe them in terms of if they go in for Declan Rice next summer. They can go, oh, yeah, we just scrap that, you know, we scrap that fund and stuff, and that's where we can go with it. I think Yarmolenko is on 115 grand a week, if I remember rightly. Did Manu sign Ruben there? I'm not sure, mate. Not sure, to be honest with you. Rice to Chelsea. Potentially next summer, mate. Not this summer. It's not going to happen this year. Rice ain't going nowhere this year. It's too late now. And I'm glad he ain't going nowhere. You know, that's like one of the most important signings that we've made this year is keeping Declan Rice. This time next year, who knows if we're back in Europe. You can't say, you know, that we haven't bought some players that have sort of improved their team. We've shown a bit of ambition. It's taken long enough in the window, but we've shown some ambition. I'm going to go for about another 5-10 minutes, guys. Thank you so much for everyone that's watching. And again, I'll put it out there, guys. We've hit 3,500 subscribers today, which is incredible for a channel like ours. Just seeing if it's gone up at all. What likes we on? So at the moment we're on 49 likes, guys. Come on, there's 82 of you in there. Come on, 49 likes. Let's get that up to 100 likes. If we can get up to 100 likes, I'll be really, really happy. One of the first times we've ever done that on a live stream. Hit that like button, guys. Man United need one more centre midfield player. Really, yeah, they need to be replacing Matic and players like that, don't they? So there's something there for them. Yeah, anything else, guys? Is there any other news that I'm missing? Obviously, I've been on for nearly 45 minutes now. Is there any news that I've missed out on during this stream? Any big news out there even from other clubs? 54 likes now, guys. Come on, 54. Let's get that up to 100. Can we get to 100 likes? yeah, and please, once I finish off, guys, please go and watch Forged Irons. They've been just doing fantastic. And just to prove it, guys, there we go. 3,507. We're going to get to 4,000 very, very soon. What a great achievement that is going to be when we do actually hit that. Yeah, so please go and watch them as well. Anyone else doing a lot? I know that Hammer's Chat have got a massive one lined up for later tonight as well. They've got a special guest coming on, which they haven't announced. Apparently, someone really big. So go and check them out. I think they're going on at 10 to 11. Anything else, guys? Come on, ask me anything. Kral has passed his medical. I believe it's Kral, mate. But yeah, Kral medical. They put him through his paces. Overall, Man United team looking very good. Just because they do look very good, mate. I've got to give it. They're a good team. But Ollie's under pressure, mate. Ollie has got to deliver a trophy, and I'm not talking about a League Cup. I'm talking, a big trophy. And they've got to go really, really close in the Premier League this year as well. With a team like that, when you've got Ronnie in there, you've got Bruno Fernandes, Varane, excellent centre back. They've got to go close this year. Duncan says, as Traore signed for Spurs. I hope not. I said it, didn't I, in my video this morning? I hope he don't go there. I like him. I don't want them to have to dislike him. Anyone who signs for Spurs automatically have to dislike you. And I really hope that ain't the case. Two players that I really don't want to go there, and that is Adama Traore and Alan St-Maxim. Two players that I absolutely love the way they play and just what they're about. Please don't sign for Spurs. Anyone but Spurs. Anyone but Spurs. Same here. So me and Paul, I believe, are going to do a podcast tomorrow night. So I'm back to work tomorrow. So you won't be getting many during the day live streams for a little while. Obviously, I work, in a school, so it's like every 7 weeks, then it's a week off, 7 weeks, 2 weeks, 7 weeks, and then blah, 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 blah. So you won't get the daytime ones during the week. You'll get them at the weekends, but you won't get them during the week. But I'll still be doing my Keep Believing series, still be doing the FIFA, still be doing the previews. So don't think the content's going to dry up, guys, because I've really got my passion back for this channel now. And I believe, this channel can go on and do real good things now. Sorry, mate, very late to the party. Got a 1 minute summary of our deadline day. What to expect. Vlasic and Kral and any other news were rumours of Bamba squash. No, mate, X actually come out and said we're talking to them. I don't know whether there's been any more development on that, but, early on in the day, X was saying that, we were in talks with him. So who knows, mate? It's probably one of them ones. And they need to sell. They haven't got a lot of money. The French league is very, very skint. Hi, Luke. How are you? I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm really enjoying this. The live stream's been brilliant all day. I don't know whether you guys have been following it. I was on Forged Irons, then I was on Jake, then I've done my own one, then I was back on Forged Irons. It's been a brilliant, brilliant day, honestly, for West Ham YouTube today. Any news on Bamba or a striker? Apparently Bamba is in talks, mate. That's all I can say. He's in talks. Sir Alex Ferguson, many thank you, sir. You are the coach. Nice to have some Man United fans in here. Luke, have you been practicing FIFA for next? Hey, world class, mate. The last one. Did you not see the header I scored with Antonio? Did you not see that on world class? Come on. That goal was blinding, mate. Diving header from Antonio. Come on. Mate, no, you've done me there. You've upset me. You've upset me, insulted me after such a great goal in that last game. I need to get that up now. I need to show people that goal to prove that I scored that cracker on world class. You've absolutely done me there, mate. Look. Where is it? Yeah, look. Stand gonna make it up. Got up to Rice. You've done me there, look. To Ben Rama. Just short. Look at this goal. Get ready. Look, yeah, Rice picks it up midfield. Look. Guys, Ben Rama, watch a ball to Antonio! I did get a bit excited, to be fair. I'm hearing once Kral signs, that's it. I hope not. Yeah, I hope not. I want one more. Mate. I'm greedy. I want one more. Any chance of Man City to sign any striker? That's a good point, mate, isn't it? Man City, yeah. Will Man City sign a striker, or will they just go into it now with, the false nine for the whole season? Obviously, they've still got Jesus there, haven't they? Great goal. To be fair, he was pretty. This season's most crazy thing happened to Man City fans. It did, obviously, when Ronaldo was so close to going there. Right, unless a few more comments come in, I'm going to wrap it up in a minute, guys, because I feel really bad because, obviously, the more live streams that go on, it takes the fans away from Irons, Forged by Irons, and I really don't want to do that today because they've just done wonderful things and all their stuff's for charity today. So please go over there. Any more comments? I think we're nearly done, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up now, I think. Unless anything comes in the next couple of minutes. Yep, I think we'll wrap it up there, guys. No lose on the left back? No, mate, not at all. Was Tagliafico yesterday. If you have a choice of one more position to fill, what would be left back, mate? I think most people are saying left back as well. It looks like Moyes is happy to go ahead without a striker. So yeah, probably a left back would be the next weakest position. What are these spam people doing in my chat? Go away. Don't want you in my chat. Any updates on Mbappe? I think he'll be staying, mate. I think he'll be staying at least for this summer. Pretty good. That was, I suppose to say. Yeah, right, that's it, guys. And as Duncan says, keep believing, guys. Come on, you Irons. Hit that like button if you haven't already. If you're new around here, please subscribe. Fantastic today that we hit 3,500. It's took a long time to get there, but we have done it. And hopefully, if we get to 4,000, I did say I would do a little competition, which to celebrate. I celebrate on every big milestone. So hopefully we can do it. Do you know any big transfer news in the last few hours? No, it's been quiet all day, to be fair. It's been very, very quiet all day. Right, guys, until next time, until tomorrow, come on, you Irons. Keep believing. Let's hope we get a couple more through the door before 11 o'clock. Let's go.